this is Paul. As a venture capitalist, yeah, I would feel confident in each of the court cases where I lent the money. Yes. And then, of course, I would want to have a percentage of the judgment. But it's always possible that the jury will find the other side not guilty. And then their question is, well, I have to pay their legal costs. Yes. I'd like to know at what point of the whole process. Yeah. Does the defendant have to divulge the expenses that I would be expected to have to pay as a plaintiff? Yeah, if I lose. Yeah. Now, obviously, defendants they don't like being sued. Ouch! It upsets them, and they would want some money for all that work that they had to go through. So, when looking at the legal funding, yes. The consumers that are winning, yeah. The smart regulation protects consumers in states like Oklahoma, Vermont, Indiana. Alpha has supported legislation that includes licensure, plain English contracts, disclosure for consumers, use of funds for the lawsuit, funders from involvement in the case. 5-day cancellation, public complaint portals. Yeah, it all looks good. Everything looks like what individual would want to do it. Yeah, except for the expense to the defendant. Pooch. Um, as the plaintiff, yeah, it's always possible that you can lose. As many lawsuits as I've documented, I realize that there could be that jury that says, you know what, Paul? As much as we appreciate what you had to say, we're going to have to side with the defendant. They convinced us that they did everything they could to protect your civil rights. Yep. And all the arrests that you experienced, well, they can't help what happened. The evidence that you had proving your innocence. Yeah. The idea of an impersonator. Yeah. The domestic violence of my wife wanting me in jail in a mental institution, and of course being doped up on lithium for the rest of my life. Yeah. For the false accusation of mental illness. But as a jury, as many times as you say it, we're going to have to side with the Sequim Police Department. Yep. Now, I would say as a plaintiff, I could have some liability for their defense costs. Yes. When do you get to find that out? Is it after the verdict, or do you kind of just sneak a little piece of paper over and say, well, we're in for $500,000? Are you sure you want to go to trial? Are you sure? Because a lot of